This wasn't just a sentencing. This was a man explaining how one decision destroyed his life, and a judge making sure the damage was finally understood. What happens next may decide whether this cycle ends or repeats. Every journey begins with a single step. For her, that step is sobriety. T starts when she tells herself, "I'm done. I'm tired of being tired." She has to decide to take control of her life. No one else can do that for her. She must choose it herself.
There are people like me that are around that can help her once she makes that decision. But it's a decision that is just hard as hell because what she's doing is she's using narcotics, highly addictive narcotics that don't do anything other than take people prisoner or kill them too. But she can't see that part, even though she probably knows people that have died from using. But think about that for just a second. I mean, I know that's not part of your world, but just consider that for a moment. That she is using a substance that will kill her. That she knows of other people that have died because of that substance.
Yeah, I'm close to that subject, Your Honor. My brother was on meth, and he ended up hanging himself because CPS took away his kids.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
100%. May I address it one more time? Every journey begins with a step, like the judge said. If whatever he's gonna give to you is gonna suck, but it could have been way worse. If you would have killed one of us in that crash, think of where you would be with that, not only on your conscience, but legally where you would be.
In prison for the rest of her life.
I have not a lot of empathy, but yeah, it's time to make another choice, and only you can make that choice. So you dwell on what happened to me. I don't know, whatever you gotta find your spirit animal, whatever you believe in, but you can't go around keep doing this to people. That's all I got to say here.
Thank you so very much for being here today. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Back there.
You can ask Jeff this.
Did you want to add anything?
That I'm not sure what more I can add.
No, I think that he did a fantastic job. And if I could, I would bottle that and sell it to other people. Because it's not so much what you said, it's the sincerity of what it is that you've expressed. Because pretty much guaranteed, she had no idea. If she would have woke up that morning and said, you know, I could actually run into a situation where I could come across a guy like Mr. Coleman and probably alter his life, I don't think she would have done that. But the addiction is stronger than she is at this point because she can find the strength in herself to say that I'm done.
The defense attorney told the court that Ms. Bennett accepted responsibility for why she is here today. Her reaction shows real remorse. She understands what happened. She also agreed to pay restitution to the victim, Alan Coleman, a significant amount of $12,246.24.
I do know that Ms. Bennett has been working on herself. In fact, she did the plea from Odyssey House in Flint. She has successfully completed that program, is continuing to drop clean through an issue, I believe, with foster care and CPS that she's working on. I would just ask that this court give Ms. Bennett an opportunity to prove to it that she can abide by the terms of probation and sentence her to a term and condition of probation.
I'm prepared to do that. I can also give you a jail chaser to go with it, though. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Of course not. What do you think is important to that?
Right now, I'm trying to focus on getting my kids that get stable housing for them.
What about the harm that you've caused in the community?
I'm trying to work on myself because I feel bad for what I've done. I didn't know I did that.
How could you be in a position to cause such harm without knowing it?
I didn't know I even caused any harm like that until like a year later. And then like within this last year, I had a huge mental breakdown to the point I couldn't take it anymore. And then I had to get myself some help for myself
How many times have you been to treatment?
a couple times.
What does that mean?
Like 2 times. Well, 2 in Lansing. Residential, like at Rise too.
Why didn't it work?
Huh?
Why didn't it work?
Because I wasn't ready for it.
So you weren't sick and tired of being sick and tired?
No.
Are you sick and tired now?
Yeah.
How do I know that there's a distinction?
I couldn't take it no more with because this breakdown was like totally different. I was just doing it to please the courts back then. I wasn't doing it for myself.
So now you're doing it for yourself.
Yes, I was doing it for myself. I'm the one that reached out and asked for help. I'm the one that made the phone calls. I wasn't court ordered to do none of this stuff.
So we should give you a chance to see whether you're going to be successful in this.
Yes.
And you understand what happens if you're not successful.
Yeah.
What happens?
I will go to jail.
For a very long period of time. Is there anything that you would like to say to Mr. Coleman?
And I'm sorry for all the pain that I caused you because I didn't realize I hurt anybody. I was just freaked out.
The judge asked her how it felt to look at the victim and say sorry. She said it was hard for her. The judge gave her a chance on probation, but made one thing very clear. If there is any violation, you will go straight to jail. She confirmed that she understood.
Probably should say when you violate. If sounds like you might not do it. Are you convinced that you can actually do this?
Yes.
Why haven't you been successful on probation before then?
I've been successful on probation a long time ago. I haven't been in trouble in years.
You shouldn't be in trouble at all. You're a grown woman. But let's be clear about that. We're operating in two different stratospheres. In this stratosphere that I'm operating in, nobody goes to jail because their behavior is what it's supposed to be. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? What am I saying to you?
I don't know. I've really been a headache. I don't feel good.
I don't want to hear any excuses. When you start hearing excuses, you got to go to jail. You're having a perfectly logical conversation with me. Continue to have a logical conversation. Otherwise, this guy next to you takes you through that door and we won't see you anymore. You know what's behind that door? Do you know what's behind that door?
Yeah.
What's behind the door?
Jail cell.
So it's not enough for you to understand how to comport your behavior to the expectations of society. You actually have to do that. It's like knowing the difference between right and wrong. It doesn't help you to know the difference if you don't actually act on that difference. And you have to be able to prove that to me. You might actually detect that I'm a little bit skeptical, right? I have a question for you. You've probably never been asked this question before, but why should I let you go home today?
Because I'm trying to work on myself.
It's not a reason for me to not let you go home. That's a reason for me to give you a taste of jail, for you to feel what it's like, so that you can be resolved in changing yourself. I'm not quite sure that you understand what I'm talking about. Let me ask you a different question. How did you end up here today? Why are you here? Why do you have a case?
Because I got into a car accident.
No, because your life became unmanageable because you were using substances.
The judge explained how addiction changes a person. At first, you're just a child having fun, not thinking about consequences. But slowly, the fun disappears. The substance takes control. You keep using, not because you want to, but because you feel forced to. That is addiction.
I think that's probably the first honest answer I got from you today. That you use out of compulsion. Because not to use makes you feel bad. You ever thought of having a sponsor? You know what a sponsor is?
That was years ago.
So what happened to the sponsor?
I wasn't working on myself that much back then.
So you take the situation seriously?
I
How do you like your life now?
don't know that much.
You should probably hate your life the way it is. Because you know what it's like to not be in the situation that you're in. You should be ready to fight to get back to having a normal life. And if you're not willing to do that fight for yourself, then you're just going to do jail time here. And your life is going to continue to get worse. Even though you may not believe that that's possible, that your life can be worse, can be. You have a choice, and that is to either continue on the track that you're on, knowing that it's going to get worse because it does not get better. You can just look at your own life. I don't even have to point you to anything in your life. You know your life better than I do. That it's not gotten better over the years. And it's going to continue to worsen. Or you can draw a line in the sand and say you're done. Because if you do that, you can possibly regain the life that you had before. But only you can do that. Let me repeat that because I don't know if you understand the significance of that. Only you can do that. I know a whole lot about addicts and treating addicts and getting them to be successful. When you have time, you should look up this court system. Look for me and look for a program that I do called Sobriety Court. I've had over 800 graduates of that program that have successfully got their lives back together.
I've tried to sign up for CPS and they denied me, so.
Focus on what I'm telling you.
I've tried it twice for CPS, so I'm telling you, they won't let me
Focus
sign
on
up
what I'm
because of
telling
my
you.
insurance. I've tried.
Focus on what I'm telling you. That's your addiction talking.
No, I've tried for CPS twice.
I'm not asking you.
The judge told her to stop complaining and start listening and learning. If she stays happy with the life she has now, it will only get worse. But she does have the power to change. There are people trained to help her. She needs to sit down, think deeply, and truly understand what was said in court today.
This is an opportunity for you to change the direction of your life. But it requires for you to make that decision. I know what to do. I know how to do it. But I can't do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And there will be lots of people to help you once you make that determination. But you have to make the determination. All right, let me go ahead with sentencing. I'm pretty sure probation to give you a chance to see if you can see this. 12 months probation, you owe Mr. Coleman $12,246. Then you're going to make arrangements to pay him the money that you owe him. Even if you have to pay him out of money that you get from the government for your own food and housing and stuff like that, you make sure that you give him a regular check to pay towards what it is that you owe him. Because that amount that you owe him is not going anywhere. Understood? You're to meet with probation on a monthly basis, or as directed, you're not to possess, carry, use, or purchase firearm, ammunition, or other dangerous weapon. You're not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. Not leave the state without the prior consent of the court. You're to make a truthful and accurate report to the probation officer at each contact. You're to notify probation within 24 hours of any change of address or employment, and within 24 hours of any contact with the police. You're to provide proof of healthcare coverage and meet with the healthcare navigator as directed by probation. You're not to use, possess, consume, or be in the presence of alcoholic beverages or controlled substances, nor be present at any place where alcohol is sold for consumption on the premises. You're not to use any products that contain alcohol, poppy seeds, or any other illicit substance. You're not to abuse prescription and non-prescription drugs and provide verification of all prescriptions to your probation officer within 48 hours. You're to attend and complete counseling as recommended in the substance abuse assessment. You're to drop for probation, law enforcement, testing agents, case manager, physician, or counselor on an order that you serve 20 hours of community service by the end of probation. 11 o'clock p.m. curfew. You're to keep our medical appointments, follow medical advice, take our medications as prescribed, and sign a release. You're to submit to fingerprinting by law enforcement as directed by probation, and you're to submit to a search of your person, your home, or your car upon the request of either probation or law enforcement officers who have cause to ensure compliance with our probationary terms. Now, despite the fact that of all these things, you may be able to appeal. If you decide to appeal, you need to do so within 21 days. And if you require the services of an attorney to help you with your appeal and you can afford to hire your own attorney, then you need to let me know within 14 days. Do you have any questions or concerns?
Nothing further, thank you.
Nothing for you, Mr. Capelli? What about for you?
Nothing, thank you.
All right, then that's going to be all for the record. It looks like my battery is on low light at this point, so let me go get this thing charged out. All right, we're going to send you down to the folks in probation. This gentleman is going to...
In this courtroom, excuses weren't enough. Pain had a voice. Addiction had consequences. And the judge made one thing clear: only one person can decide if this story ends differently. Subscribe for real courtroom moments that change lives.